Thank you so much, everybody, for great experience. Like, this was just amazing, amazing. I just cannot thank you enough, and I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing everybody.
Thank you, Surf Simply team. I mean, I think there's no part that wasn't perfectly executed. It's a little piece of magic I would like to be able to do once a month. I started surfing about 4 years ago at Playa Guiones with Surf Simply. I am fortunate in that I'm a returning client here, so I know how tightly the ship is run at Surf Simply. I felt personally incredibly safe through all of my journey and certainly my stay here as well.
You know, I've always wanted to go to Costa Rica, so I was looking at different camps, and in my research, the camp that seemed to come up over and over and over again was Surf Simply as being like the best camp that's around for learning to surf and just getting coached.
So it was kind of a last-minute decision. I had a trip planned that didn't work out. As luck would have it, there was a spot that freed up at Surf Simply. There was a last-minute cancellation. So I took that as a sign and decided to come to Surf Simply.
So I decided to start surfing about 3 weeks ago. So one of my friends recommended to go to Surf Simply and learn about surfing. So I was hoping to get some guidance on how to surf and stuff like that. But it was more than what I imagined. Surf Simply teaches the method and theory and science behind why you need to do certain stuff. You go into green water, you come back to white water and really do the drill and learn basic. For the analytical person, I think it totally makes sense, and it's easier to learn why we are doing or what kind of technique we need to use.
The overarching important element here is right behind me, which is this framework that is scientific and engineered and thoughtful about how you progress as a surfer. The coaches know it and they understand it. They are able to evaluate because they've seen so many surfers, and then they plug their cues in and adjust what it is you do out in the ocean. The video shooting that happens, we review film from the morning session and point out what it is we could have done better, or what it is sometimes, occasionally, we did really well out there.
I learned things that no one had told me about before, even little things like the hips moving, how to improve my pop-up to be more angled in the waves. That was all super useful, and things that no one has really explained it to me before in the same way.
The coaching was outstanding. Hats off to Jesse and hats off to Harry for that. They really kind of figured out where I was at very quickly, which was also kind of cool. My surfing improved quite a bit.
Tommy takes such satisfaction from watching us progress that there is a level of emotional commitment to the work that he does. When Tommy's happy, that means we did something right.
My coach was Jordan. She was just amazing. I think she really catched up on who I am personally, and she adjusted her coaching technique to my personal liking. So it was amazing. I'll come back for her just to surf with her.
I made a lot of progress thanks to Jessie. She was very attentive to what worked for me in terms of how to teach me a certain technique, and we did a lot of video coaching, a lot of theory as well in between the sessions, so I feel like she gave me a lot to work on.
I would say the highlight of the week is looking at all the great photos and videos that were taken. It was all very, very surprising and just really cool, and it's I have proof that I know how to surf. So
I think being able to go out in the green water and hop a few waves by myself, that was my highlight. I just never thought I would be able to do that this week. So
today I really broke through with some of the techniques. I did the carving really well. I caught waves much earlier on, stayed on the high line, so that was really great. This was the most real vacation of the year because everything is kind of organized for you, and Surf simply does an excellent job at sequencing the days, so you don't have to make any decision, which was really nice. Everyone wears a mask or social distancing, so not stressful at all from that point of view. So a great way to relax.
Crystal, thank you for letting me continue on with my surfing journey. The massage is key, and we were doing 2 of them. That experience is crystallizing.
Stretching was also really good. Every stretch lesson we had things that we were working on, the shoulders, the hips, or this and that. Andre would really break down the movements for us so that we can also remember and do it at home or practice on our own.
I really like the group here, but it was nice. It was a bunch of adventurous spirits out there, and I think there's some good connections that are likely to last.
Oh, the rest of the guests were fantastic. Every guest here is very interesting and successful in their fields. They bring a lot of very interesting stories to the table. It's never a dull moment.
I think like-minded people who want to push themselves to learn new things. We are out of our comfort zone. We need to push ourselves and come back to the lodge, and sometimes I had I was tired, and people were super nice. So I think that was one of the highlights.
Experience at Surf Simply might be some combination of the 5-star, perfect, everything done for you, magical vacation and boot camp for a professional sport. We work very hard here, but I've also been pampered, and that is a fascinating combination.
I've traveled a lot and I've lived in different countries, but I feel like this is one of the kind place you can learn new skills and meet new interesting people and have a great food. Everything is just amazing. It makes it a great experience here.
The dishes were just fantastic. They were always very healthy, very filling, and very, very tasty, very different. Every dish was different and kind of blew my mind in a different way.
Everything is so fresh, and the layers of intricacy that are applied that looks sort of simple, but actually has about 12 different ingredients combined, all of it done by hand. Like, we had beef shredded tacos today. We cooked the beef for 12 hours before we did the hand rolled tortillas. I mean, it is just unbelievable, the food itself.
I mean, obviously we had delicious food, so kudos to Dennis and the rest of the kitchen team. We had a delicious Thanksgiving dinner, great food that was also lovely.
One of the things that I learned, which was really interesting, is just how to be coached. Basically, that was a very interesting experience for me. I literally have never had a coach in anything before, so that was pretty cool.
The dramatic change in my surfing, really, it's my trim stance and how much more relaxed and upright and proper alignment with the chest and the hands. It's a huge improvement for me. Getting off those basics and into the carving turn sets me up for the next level.
It was great. I feel it's such a great investment on my surfing techniques. I hope I'm gonna be able to bring back all these skills with me and put them into practice every time I surf. So I really look forward to that.
Thank you, Surf Assembly team. I mean, I think there's no part that wasn't perfectly executed. It's a little piece of magic I would like to be able to do once a month would be right.
Thank you so much, everybody, for great experience. Like, this was just amazing week. I just cannot thank you enough, and I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing everybody.